Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Amy. I'm Amy and today I have 3 Christmas DIYs. This first one, I love making things with these coffee cans. I'm not worrying about the glue that's on the coffee can because I have this. That fabric came from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. I like the color of it, but not for the project that I'm using. So I have cut it down and I'm applying hot glue. And it's kind of like a faux leather, but it's thicker than like what Dollar Tree's faux leathers are. So I'm applying hot glue, but this will cover up those indentations in the can. I save these. I save canned good cans because you can really do a lot with them. And I'm only applying hot glue. I'll apply it here where it meets at the seam. And I used my rotary cutter to cut this. I measured it. And there will be a little bit of a bump there, but a seam. So now I'm just going to take hot glue. That's the only places I apply it, is where I start and then where I finish. And I've had that fabric. I loved it. I love it, but for what I'm using it for, the color, I need to paint it. And I'm just going to cut off the excess once the glue dries. And I didn't know I showed all this. I won't be using the lid, but I'm going to take black, it's apple barrel, or wait, yeah, apple barrel matte black paint, and my good old sponge brush there. And I do go over this with 2 coats because the fabric has a little bit of a texture to it. That's why I like the sponge brush better, because it gets down in there, but I did have to go over it 2 times. Now this is that scrapbook paper from Temu. I love this pack. It has a lot. I've already used about 3. I've used a deer, I've used a snowman, and I'm just showing you the different. But for this one, I'm using a different snowman, and I have cut him out. And I used this glue stick, and it didn't work. It didn't adhere well. So I took it off. I don't think I showed me doing that, but I did take it off, and I applied Mod Podge, and then I ended up applying Mod Podge to, even though it's matte Mod Podge, it left kind of a shine, so I applied Mod Podge to the whole can. I think he's so cute. And now I have this pick. I do not know, probably Dollar Tree. And that metallic paint came from Temu also. And it's my favorite one because I wanted to mute down the tone of that silver. So this is like a metallic silver. It doesn't tell what color it is, but it's a water-based metallic paint, and it came in a little set of 6. There's some gold, some copper, but I really like this color, and I'm just taking a makeup sponge and applying it. I do it to the two ornaments, and then I apply it to the really bright silver on the pine cone. And I'm just using that sponge so it will get down in there better. So I'm not crazy about that greenery right there that I'm pulling down. Oh, and I did it to the little berries too. But that pick there that I just picked up, that came from Temu also. So because it is a little more muted, I cut, I think, 3 of those off. I like that, the quality of that one. I got some that was plastic. I've used some of it, but I'm not real crazy about the, it's very plastic looking, but this one's nice quality. So I think I cut 3 off. Trying to. I love that snowman. I did one of these last year, but I put a vintage Santa on it. And then I used some smaller cans to make some really pretty little Christmas DIYs. And if I think about it, I'll link that. So now I'm just cutting some foam down. If you're new here, I want to welcome you, and I hope if you like the content, you'll consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and leaving me a comment. And for the returning subscribers, I really do appreciate your all's support. So I put some glue on there. It got everywhere. But I take a brush and get all of that floral foam wiped off of it. So I'm going to take these and put those to the back. I don't really know what those are. They kind of look like maybe blue spruce or something. That's one thing about Temu. It really doesn't tell you what they are. So I cut this down some more. And then I cut off those I'm not crazy about that. That reminds me of Dollar Tree's garland. And I think about adding in some more like I have a piece of that, but it kind of covers up. And I don't do anything else to this. I didn't think it needed a bow or anything. I think the snowman, I just think he's so cute. I thought about putting some a cotton pick for the white, but it just kind of got lost in there. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. I like him. And for DIY number 2, okay, I'm going to start off. I printed out little things on my Cricut because I've done this before with lights. But don't do this. I wasn't thinking, and I ended up having to, I'm going to take Mod Podge and cover, and I thought, well, when I pull this off, yeah, no. Because I'm going to take Epsom salt, and I guess I underestimated how thick and bulky that was. So then when I go to pull these off after it all dries, you can't really tell what was there. So I had to go back in, put more Mod Podge and more Epsom salt. Because I've made these and put lights in them and, you know, painted them, put a stencil on them, or not stencil, a Cricut cutout, and then taken that off after I painted it. And that's a really, you know, that's a neat effect. But the Epsom salt's very, very thick. So I'm just covering this really well with Mod Podge. And now I have this huge bag. I didn't even know I had that. I was going through my Christmas stuff, and apparently I had planned on doing this last year, or I don't know when. And I'm just breaking up the clumps. And I start out by rolling it, and then I start putting it on with my hands. And I don't, apparently I did add some, it came from, it's Crafter's Square ultrafine silverish gray glitter. But apparently I deleted that, or I didn't hit record. So I do the exact same thing to the other one. And then I do take some, I actually took hairspray. I don't normally use anything aerosol, but I had some hairspray to spray on it. And those are some lights from Temu that I got for, I'm supposed to be in a mystery challenge box. Mystery challenge with another crafter, and it's hard to find the fairy lights here. So I had ordered some from Temu, so I've unraveled those. Now for these little lids, I'm going to paint them in that same metallic, I'm going to call it metallic silver, but it really doesn't, I don't know what color that is. It has more of a bluish undertone to it, but I love it. And I only have that little bottle. There were like 2 of the same, like copper in there and gold. And then another color and this color. And I'm thinking, oh, I wish I just had this and maybe the copper. but I think it complements the glitter, because the glitter isn't really silver, and on that jar it has a muted tone. Now these are, I do not know where this came from. I've had it for a million years. I don't know if it was Wal Mart, I don't know if it was Dollar Tree, but I've taken off some pieces and just cut some pieces off. It's kind of got glitter and some dots, and I'm going to use that paint, but I don't give it a real full coverage. And I did paint the inside of the lids and around the side of the lids. I tried just a little tea light in these, but with all that Epsom salt, it didn't show through. And these they have 3 different modes: fast, slow, and then just constant. They're bright. So now I'm going to glue that to the inside of the lid. And now I'm just unwinding the one that's going to go in the other one. And that's a chore, 'cause I don't know how many's on here, but there's quite a few. But again, they're hard to come by here unless they have that big battery pack. So I had gotten them from Temu for that challenge, and apparently I got 2 packages. I only meant to get 1. But now I'm going to take this to embellish. And I'm just cutting off however long and flatten it out so I can glue it there. I thought these had kind of an industrial look. I really like industrial look stuff. And because of that Epsom salt, I was able to hot glue it. And I think these are pretty. I don't know if these are my favorite or the Santa Claus. Or the snowman arrangement. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm trying to get it turned. I've seen these. They probably came from Wal Mart. But they're just curly cues, and they have a little clip on them. But I've had it forever, so I don't know. Now I have the little, I ended up putting 2 of the little white pine cones from Temu. And then I don't know what happened to that. I kind of took some of it and made it look like a bow. And then 1 on top. I think they're pretty. But now they're bright when they're lit up. So you'll have to let me know what you think. I like them. And that tree I haven't done yet in the video, but I just have them on a silver platter that I had gotten from Dollar Tree. And DIY number 3, it has actually 3 trees in them, but done different. It has the one from that last picture. So I put a dowel rod up in the center to paint this one black. I got these styrofoam trees from Temu, and I really hadn't looked in the package. I thought it was assorted sizes, and I thought it had some larger ones. But I went ahead and used this yarn, and that probably came from Wal Mart. I don't know. From a bunny or snowman or something I've made before. And I start by hot gluing it at the bottom. All these trees were the same size, but had I put smaller yarn, because I thought about that, it would have been a hot glue mess. But this is a velvety, it's a real pretty yarn, but like I said, I probably got it for a snowman hat or a bunny, I don't know. And I'm just applying hot glue at the seam as I go around. And to paint it, I painted it black in case any showed through. But I'm just pushing this down as I go up. And putting some hot glue. I had some macrame, I think it's macrame cord. I may make one with that, but that one finished. And you just do that all the way up to the top. And now I'm going to do this one with this white yarn. And I'm sure it was for a snowman, bunny. And then I just took these little bows. They came from Temu as well. Now, I don't know what happened to the footage here. I took spackling for this one. And took a knife, a plastic knife, and put on it. And I don't know what happened to that, but it was just watered down spackling because I wanted it to have texture. And now I'm taking that same metallic paint and my sponge brush. So it has some, little it has texture to it. I wish it had been larger. And you could take poster board and make one. I don't know. I can never figure out how to get the circle. You have to attach a pencil to some string, and we learned it in school, but I forgot. So now I have this. It says it's enamel glass paint, and it is by Faux Silver Sterling. And I'm going to kind of do an ombre effect here. I love anything ombre. But I didn't go all the way up to the top because with what I do, it doesn't matter. And you can't at this point really tell a really big difference in the color, but due to the lighting, but when I'm done you can. So I used it to cover the top. And now I'm taking white paint, just white acrylic paint, and brushing down. And you can see the lumps and bumps and lines. I did this to a pumpkin not long ago. I like putting texture. So I'm just kind of dragging it down and trying to get that ombre type effect. And you just do that to your liking. And these are the finished products. I think they're cute. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a good week coming up, and be on the lookout for my next video. Thank you all. Have a good day.